Good morning everyone at Brackenwood Infants. It's so lovely to see you all. My name is Liz Neal and I work for a company called Usborne. And Usborne make lots and lots of different books for children. And you'll know if they're Usborne books because they have this symbol on. It's a hot air balloon. I'm so sorry I'm not there with you all in your assembly, but I'm going to come today on here on the computer to show you some of our lovely books and talk to you about a fantastic challenge that I'm going to set you for next week. So how many of you are up for a challenge? How many of you like a challenge? I'm sure lots of you do. So I'm going to show you some of our books first and then I'll talk about our challenge. So one of my favourite books at the moment that we have is this one, and it's called Can We Really Help the Polar Bears? And we know at the moment there's lots and lots of things on our televisions about saving our planet and about the climate. And this book talks all about how we can do that. And it's a lovely, lovely book where some children interview the polar bears all about how the changing climate is affecting them. And it's so lovely to have a little read of it and see what we can do to actually help our planet. So that's a lovely book. We also have some of our famous magic painting books, and I'm sure some of you will have actually seen these books. So this is our dinosaur one, but we do it in lots and lots of different themes. And what you get a paintbrush on the front here. Can you see it? The paintbrush. And then inside you've got some nice black and white photographs, pictures. And all you have to do is dip your paintbrush in some water and put it on here, and then it all comes out in colour like magic. They're fantastic. So I will have lots of those with me when I come to your school next week. You can see behind me I've got lots of books there. There's lots of fiction books. These are all our fiction books here. All sorts of fiction books just for your age. And then there's lots of non-fiction books. We've got books that ask questions. So this one is How Do I See? And it talks about all of how you see things in our wonderful world. We've got books about living in space. And my little boy, he's in reception or F2, and he loves space at the moment. So these are our favourite books at the moment. And we've got books all about time, and these are all question books. And inside we've got flaps, and in the flaps are all the answers to the questions. So they're lovely books too. So next week, I'm going to come into your school with all my lovely books, and we're going to have a book fair. So you'll be able to talk to your parents at home or the grown-ups you live with and ask them if they can take you to the book fair where you'll see all of these books and you may be able to buy one or two of them. But before that, I'm going to talk to you about a super challenge that I have ready for you. Now, this week you're going to be given some things by your teachers that are going to help you in this challenge. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask you to read as much as you can for a week. So starting from next week, you're going to read as many minutes as you can. So you don't just have to do 5 minutes after you've had your tea or 5 minutes before bed. Read as much as you can. Try and get as many minutes in as you can of reading. And it doesn't have to be just be your reading book. It can be your reading book. That's really important that we do read our reading books. But it could be the side of a cereal packet. It could be a comic or a magazine, or it could be a newspaper. All sorts of things. It could be a recipe. Now, reading a recipe is a really good idea because you're following the instructions, and then maybe you could make the recipe. That would be really lovely, wouldn't it? You could make cakes and things, so that would be a good idea. And all those things that you're reading all add to the minutes that you'll be reading next week. And what we want you to do is read for as many minutes as you can throughout next week. So you will get today, or during this week sometime, a letter to take home, and you will get a log for you to write down how many minutes you've read each day. And you'll also get what we call a sponsor form, because what we want you to do is to see if you can ask your grown-ups at home if they would sponsor you to read as much as you can during that week. Now, what does sponsor mean? Well, what we're asking is if you can go home and ask your grown-ups if they would give you some money to read for as many minutes as you possibly can. It can be anything from a few pennies to £1 or whatever they want to sponsor you. It's entirely up to them. And it'd be lovely if you could get as many people to sponsor you, to give you money to do your reading challenge. And what are we going to do with that money? Well, we're going to collect it all in. So when you've finished your challenge, you're going to bring your sponsor form back to school with your money. And then school are going to pass that to me. and then your teachers are going to choose so many books with all the money that they get. Now, as a school, I'm going to set you a super challenge. We would like you to see, and I think you can do it, across my fingers, but I think you'll be able to do it. If by all of you, not just individually, but all of you together, if you could raise £600, that's only about £2, £3 each. Your school will get £600 of books, plus I will give them some for free. So if you get £600, I will give your school an extra £360 worth of books for free. So your school will get almost £1,000 worth of books. Wouldn't that be wonderful to have all these lovely books in your school for you to read and to share with your friends and your teachers? It'll be fantastic. So your challenge, I'll just remind you, is to gather some sponsors together. So ask people you know, only people you know. Don't ask anybody you don't know, but you could ask, let's have a think. You could ask your parents or the grown-ups you live with at home, your grandma, your granddad, your nans, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, anybody that you know, maybe the people who live next door. Ask them, would they mind sponsoring you to do your reading challenge? Now, what's your reading challenge? That's right. You're going to read as much as you can for as many minutes as you can for a whole week. Now, for everybody who brings in their sponsor form and their sponsor money, they will be put into a draw in each class. And there will be one winner from those people who bring their sponsor money and sponsor form back. There'll be one winner per class who will win a book. So that will be nice as well. And we'll give those out when we bring all the books to your school as well. Now, also next week, after school, I'm going to be coming to run a book fair. I did mention it a little bit earlier. So we will bring lots and lots of books into your school hall, and you're going to have a chance to come and look at them as well. And then you'll be able to go to your grown-ups who pick you up and say, please, can we go into the book fair and have a look at these lovely books? There's going to be hundreds of books there, not just this small selection. I've got lots and lots and lots of lovely books to bring you. The other thing I was going to show you, we also have jigsaws. This is one of my favourite jigsaws. Can you see? It's all about being at the zoo. There's our giraffes and our tigers. So we have some super jigsaws as well. And in each jigsaw, we also have a book. So you get a book and a jigsaw. So see if next week you can come into our book fair, and I'll see you there, and you can come and say hello to me. And we'll see if we can get lots of books to you as well. And every book you buy at the book fair also will go towards your school getting new books as well. So hopefully by the end of we've done all this, your school will have lots and lots and lots of beautiful books to be in your classrooms and in your school library, where you'll be able to read them and have a look through them and share them together. And that would be really lovely. So if you've got any questions, you can ask your teachers, or you can ask them to email me, and I'll answer any of your questions for you. So have a fantastic time doing your challenge. Really enjoy it, because I love reading. I wonder where your favourite place to read is. Have a little think now. And maybe when we finish watching this, you could share that together. I've got two favourite places to read. I love to read on the beach. I haven't been to the beach for a long time though, have we? But to sit on a beach with a book, oh, I love that. The other place to read, I like to read, is in bed. I like to sit in bed, have a cup of tea and my book, and I like to read. My little boy, he loves to read sitting on my knee, and we sit on my bed and he sits on my knee and we read together. And it's a lovely, lovely time. So have a little think about where your favourite place to read is, and really enjoy the next couple of weeks where you're going to read lots and lots and lots and lots. And I will really look forward to seeing you next Monday when I come into school for your book fair. So take care everyone, have a great week, get lots and lots of sponsors and get started on that reading. And I'll speak to you very soon. Bye.